Alright guys, so what I'm doing here today is showing those who have not gotten a win yet or are planning to get more wins how to play safe and get a win basically. It won't be a high kill game. Just give me a second, there's a guy right above me. Alright, well he just exited. So back to what I was saying is basically how to get more wins by playing safe and smart. We're not going for high kill games, we're just gonna go for a win. Alright? So first tip is try to choose a darker skin. When you have a darker skin and there's like these weird areas which have shadows, you might blend in a bit more. Try to drop, in an area where not too many people drop. That's kind of obvious. So what I'm gonna do right now is try to go and kill the two guys that are left, or maybe there's just one because I know these two were fighting, so that I can loot up safely and without having anyone swat on me, without me knowing, or without me realizing. So I hear a guy on the left side right here. We're gonna try to kill him quick, and then we get to loot safely. Try to maintain my high ground so I can get shots on him without him realizing. So he's not here. He's hiding, so he's probably low on shield because he's not being aggressive. I'm gonna go grab this green assault and then I'll come back then. A bit more mats just in case we start build fighting. So there he is. He thinks I'm gone, but I'm coming right back. Somewhere on this side. Alright. So now we're clear. Now we get to loot up. There's a guy right there. Try to get some damage at least. I mean, he's coming here because he wants to fight, obviously. So what we're gonna try to do is kill him again and then loot up and mat up safely. Basically the idea is just to make sure that your surroundings are clear. I think he just left, to be honest. So we're good for now. We'll find out in a bit. So what you want to do, like I said, clear out your surroundings, loot up. Don't go for high kills if you're not skilled enough yet. I've been playing the game for a long time and you'll still always miss some skills. Like, you won't be perfect. You'll never be the perfect player or the perfect builder or the perfect shooter. You won't have like perfect aim. So now what we want to do is try to mat up as much as we can for endgame. Because usually during endgame, when the zone is moving and you're trying, there he is. He's somewhere here. All right, let's kill this guy first, so that we can loot up safely again, as we said. He's right there. Alright, missed 3 shots, which wasn't, the best, but it's all good. Alright, so now technically, the zone is very close to me, as you can see. So I don't need to really move too far. So what I'm going to do right now is just mat up slowly. And hope that people don't just swat on me. And if they do, make sure you clear it. Play aggro when you're fighting 1v1. Don't worry about the guy. I was hoping for a big shield. It's not necessary to carry that many shields. I'm just carrying them because I haven't found anything else to carry. So once I do, ideally some explosives would be good. just in case you need to break someone down from a build fight or steal a kill through third party. So what we're gonna do, actually, we're gonna grab those bandies. So we have all types of heals. Again, I'm not worried about making it to the zone yet because there's 2 minutes. And I just want to build up my mats for now. So as you can see, I mean, we're at only 2 kills and we're pretty well looted. Not the best loot, but decent loot for now. Getting a big shield or a big pot would be great. So we're gonna try to keep looting a bit more until about 45 seconds, and then we'll head towards the zone. And then make sure you get those ammo boxes. Like, there's so many players that just leave the ammo boxes. I'm grabbing the storm clip actually for endgame. Hopefully we make it to endgame as planned, and we get to use it on players, and it'll do a lot of damage. 5 damage during endgame when people are rotating from the zone is massive. Let's hope we get a big pot here so we're well shielded. Maybe not. And so the zone is close. So now we have to make a move basically. But as you can see, we're very close, so it's gonna be pretty quick. We'll grab this launch pad. These are great for endgame. And I'll show you how to play endgame with launch pads. They're massive. So you see, I mean, we're kind of in an area where there's not many people. So you don't come across a lot of players or enemies. I'm grabbing those shrooms to get to at least 160, 165, so that in case I get sniped by a heavy sniper. The heavy sniper does 150 or 157 damage, so I want to be able to stay alive if I get sniped. I don't want to be a one-shot target where he snipes me and then back to the lobby. So, as you can see, you don't have to stress, you don't have to tense. I know there's a lot of players that I've spoken to who are always anxious and worried about players shooting them without them realizing. So, as long as you're in a safer area where there's not too many players, it should be good, should be fine. As you can see, we're almost at full wood, 300 brick and 100 metal. Ideally, metal would be good to have in end-game, but most likely we'll run into a player. Hopefully we'll kill him and we'll get to take his metal. He'll most likely be well looted because he probably fought 3, 4, 5 players, whatever it is. So this was looted as well. We're still gonna see if there's any missing loot that we might need or could use. So once the zone gets about this small, as you can see right here, that's when players usually tend to run into each other more often, and that's the point of the game, right? Making the zone smaller so that you run into more players, and that's how the game ends. Otherwise, each one will sit at the edge of the map and wait. So we're gonna have to make it to the zone now. Usually I like to make it a bit early so that I don't have to fight in the zone, or while the zone is moving towards me, for example, and we end up here fighting and the zone's on us, making us take more damage while we don't really have to. We can make it a bit early. Try to rotate always as much as you can with sky bases, launch pads, ballers, anything that's a bit quicker than going there on foot, because of the fact that on foot you can get tagged up a lot by players, This way at least you get to see the area, you clear it out, and then you make it to wherever the destination is. So tilted is not the best area to be in, because that's where a lot of players like to get high kill games. But we're gonna hang out around here for a bit, loot up a little more, and we gotta keep an eye open because players might just swamp on us. So, I mean, ideally, if, again, what you could do is hide and wait. And with each zone, you just move, basically. So, this is what we are gonna do. Just gonna wait here for a little bit. 9 players left. Alright, so 8 players left. We're in the zone. We have a lot of mats, considerably. We have good loot. As long as you have a combat shotgun, you basically get to spray people with the shotgun and not worry about missing because you get a bunch of shots. So we're gonna wait it out. Only 7 players left, so we have a good chance of winning this game. So we'll see what happens. Alright. Alright, 6 players left. We have 2 launch pads for endgame. We have a storm. Now it's 5 players left. There's a YouTube player, probably decent if he's streaming. Shouldn't be an issue though, because we're well looted. We have enough ammo. We have enough mats. 2 launch pads for rotation. Storm flip, where we could be on high ground and have the other players get damaged. 6 minis for shield in case we get tagged up. So for endgame, we're well looted. Now it's all about the zone and how we rotate. That's really all it is at the end. It's all positioning. So we'll find out in a second. There we go. So the storm's actually very close to us, so we might be able to get a free rotation, which we did, as you can see. I can't take 2 storm flips. Alright, so I don't want to be too much on low ground because it's obviously way better to always be on high ground. So I'm going to try to make it to as high as possible here in this building so I get to see players, and then in case I need to launch pad, I can launch pad from up instead of from low ground. So what you could do is put a cone here and you get free looks on everyone, basically. There's people fighting there. It's like another thing that you could do is try to get some tags on people, you know, like third-party players. We're gonna box ourselves here just to have vision. Alright, keep an eye, like you see this building here, if there's a guy right there or an enemy, he might be able to pop me. So I'll cover it out, and I can cover this side as well, so I don't get sniped. So 3 players left. So now really all it is a rotation game. I promise you that. There might be a guy on the hill as well, so we're gonna cover our backs as well. Alright. 3 players left. Most likely everybody's healing up or camping, waiting for endgame or the last zone to find out where it's gonna rotate to before we make a move. So we have 2 launch pads, as I said, which we'll most likely use depending on where the zone is. And there's a guy, as you can see, on top right there. So we're gonna try to drop him and get the kill like that. 32 damage. So most likely he's gonna try to make it into that building. And I think these guys are fighting, so I'm just trying to tag them up. Broke his shield. There's another guy there. So the idea is I'm hurting them, so that in case they don't have any more shield, it'll be easier for me endgame. So now we really don't need to use the launch pad. I don't want to waste my launch pad. So I'm going to rotate down without my launch pad, since there's a lot of cover up in Tilted. There's many buildings to cover up myself. Most likely, unless the guys were really well looted, they don't have as much shield as I do. I'm at 100. One of them, I know I popped his shield. Now it's risky because I can get tagged up by the guys, but again, most likely they're healing up. So I think that guy's in this building that I'm in right now. So what I'm gonna try to do is take high ground, but most likely he'll be here, so I have to be very aware. He might just pop up in front of me, so I have to make sure I'm aware and be ready to fight, basically. Looks like we're kind of clear. I think that's the building he's in, actually. So, yep, there he is. Just covering my head. Alright, so we can get free shots of this guy, which we're about to do in a second. Well, now he knows we're here. I mean, so this is basically the zone that I was talking about. I'm gonna have to use a launch pad to get all the way to this end, you know? So I'm gonna tag up this guy a little bit if I can. So I'll use the launch pad here, and that's exactly how you rotate. So this guy's gonna try to shoot me and try to tag me up as much as he can. Hopefully he misses most of his shots. Now I have to tag him up. I'm gonna try to maintain my high ground here, because he's fighting for it, as you can see. Drink one quick mini, and we're gonna have to use the launch pad again. So now I have the advantage in terms of rotations. So let's find out how this guy plays it. So now is where it's gonna be tough. And there we go. Titanius YouTube. I mentioned him earlier. I told you guys this guy might actually be a good, decent player, and he was. The good thing is I had the rotation, so he might have taken some damage from the storm, and I tagged him up a bit. So he was weaker, so when it came to endgame, I fought him with an advantage, basically. So there you go. I mean, the ending wasn't too easy, I would say, but you have to be aware, play smart, use a lot of rotation items at the end, whether it's a launch pad, it could be the shadow bombs, or it could be geysers. Usually the geysers are turned off towards the end, well, the sky bases are. So But that's how you get a win. 4 kills. Again, we didn't go for a high kill game. We went for a guaranteed win, and we got it. So I hope you guys like it. If you do, it would be great if you could subscribe and like the video. Share it as well. I'm not streaming yet. Hopefully I will be in a few months when they develop servers in the Middle East, because at this moment we play on the Asian servers and the ping is not great. So once we have Middle Eastern servers, I'll be streaming for sure. But for now, if you could follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel at least, will be very helpful to me. And it'll make me motivated to make more of such videos. Cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day.